Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. Sorry for the last few days that I didn't upload. At least I did a live stream, but some people really just like the update, not the update, the uploads. I just had no time, but I'm really thankful for all the people that took a look at episode 800 and had a lot of fun with it. That's a really good thing to hear. Thanks for all the congrats. I don't know. It's having someone congratulate you on you putting out 800 episodes for one is really cool. On the other hand, it's still always a bit weird to me. I didn't want to go into the ship. I wanted to talk about something for a second. We have to do a bit of real talk. This ship, I want to leave it behind right now and maybe store it in a secure place because, and take a look at it. I've worked a bit more on it. And you can see that I'm trying to smooth out the walls and all that stuff. But this thing is crazy. It is crazy. It has nearly as many blocks as the the Empress has. And the world starts to go a bit because of it. You can see all the physical shapes and all that stuff. It's noticeable. It's noticeable that we lose sim speed and all that stuff while this ship is here. So I will store that thing, and as long as we work on our newfound planets out there, we bring that into secure storage and leave it there. So the thing is, I grabbed my my crazy miner, and we will go to the desert planet, find a good place where we can anchor the ship, and then we think about how to go about there. I want to start building there without too many crazy restrictions. I don't have a real theme for the whole thing there, so we will see and take a look what we can build there. I kind of need inspiration, and I talked about that in the last time, that I kind of thought about maybe going and doing some, don't know, some stuff with DUNE or something like that, and people picked up on that. Good thing. And we kind of have to take a look at that. I found some things that I definitely want to do with that. I found the pictures. So the first DUNE game that I ever played was not one of the RTSs. There was an RPG tactical game that was out before the DUNE game, and that was the first game, DUNE game, I played, and it has some cool things that I might want to take a look at when it comes to building ships or something like that. Okay, let me see. What else do I might need? I have the ship up top, so that's the cargo ship. I have the drill. We have refineries on board. Problem at the moment is this ship is not still not really equipped for long stays in space because it has no atmosphere and nothing. That is something we might want to deal with Okay, stuff that we can do there too, I would say. Okay, do I need to do anything here? Let me figure that out before I go out there. Oh, by the way, I had to remove the laser antennas and turn them off because the laser antennas that I had were able to overpower the cheaty solar panels that I had. We might have to double up on that a bit at one point to connect the area back there. 20,000 kilometers is a bit crazy. Good. Let me figure out if I need to set anything here so that we can leave it and don't run into problems when it comes to, don't know, this station running out of energy or something like that. Good, back in a sec. Okay, let us see. We need to set up our jump point, leave the area a bit, and then we should be able to just go there again. I was so kind of I was so holding back with everything after episode 800, and now we can do a bit of the real talk, how this all happened. The planets were in for quite a time now. I can't tell you which episode, but at one point I had to kind of put them in, and I don't know. I was so worried that somebody would see the bit of planet you can see. I think there's a bit of planet, but it wasn't. I tried to not go into my lists too crazy and all that stuff. I'm really happy that this all really worked out. Let us see. What do I need? Hyperdrive. That was what I need. So, and I'm I was really happy that I had the chance to put them in, and that nothing broke too much after the updates. I was really worried that the planets would be completely broken. One thing I couldn't test out is if I have all the options that the other planets have too. So if, for example, it works with it works with the assertive installations, with the planet occupation. I'm not sure if that works. Really couldn't test that out, but I was so happy that I came down to my reaction to the wind on the planet was really genuine, because I never was here in reality, because I placed the planets in camera mode so that I don't spawn all the asteroids around, because that would also been not the best way to work them in, having all the asteroids down there. That might have been too crazy. Okay, I want to see if we have an asteroid around. Yeah, having now these 800 episodes kind of under the belt is, don't know, it's a bit of a weird feeling, because don't know, it's so much time I've put into space engineers now, and I have to say I'm really happy about the community, and that everything here kind of, okay, we are already in planetary gravity. That's something I definitely don't want to have. I hope my neighbor is not getting me getting me have to, don't know, remove my recordings because I told you that I have a neighbor that recently kind of moved in, and he is still working on his apartment. It's a weird thing. I think I will use this ring asteroid. It should be right out of gravity range, and so we shouldn't have any problems with that. I hope, at least. So, yeah, Dune, I searched for a planet that has kind of the Mars feeling, but with atmosphere. And so a desert planet must have been, don't know, was the immediate idea I had. That's where I wanted to go. And I kind of searched for different types of planets, not too close to what we already have. I have one planet where I maybe don't know where it is maybe too close to one of the planets we have. I have to see it kind of in person so that I can really make a distinction about that. But the Dune is already close to Mars, but again, it has these nice features. It is flat. I thought about maybe taking a closer look at the newer Homeworld game, how's it called, Deserts of Karak or something like that, and the Dune series and all that stuff. We will see what we can definitely do with this. Okay, okay, we will start from here. Have some placement here. I hope that's straight enough. And from here we go and put. Oh, I'm in. That's bad. That needs removing. I'm in creative because I removed the ship. And I can only do this in creative. I have usually the show all players on because I kind of want to see who's joining my world. That's better. I'm kind of getting used to all this stuff now. The whole playing on a server now kind of spoils me. I have the feeling. Yesterday I have put on a lot of work on the server so that for the next live stream we have something to see and something else we can do. I want to get into that too. It's weird to juggle kind of too serious now, although the server series is not as often. It is a process where I try to really juggle with two things now. Okay, I need everything for this. We need 40 more computers. I hope I have that. I didn't prepare the ship for anything, so we are okay. Yeah, the ship is full of stuff. We are here with just the stuff that was in the ship, nothing else, and I hope that we don't run into too many problems with this. Okay, this and then G connector. I usually anchor my ships, most of you know that. And when it is anchored, I can start to think about what to do next. We need a location for maybe a bit of a base, and then I want to see what else we can do. On Mars, I fared really well with rovers, and I want to test some other things here. I've done some things to the mod list that might be interesting. And again, I hope that the assertive installations and the occupation is available for this planet too. I don't know how they work, if they need certain coordinates or if they need, I don't know, if there's a planet flag that these things have, and then suddenly everything works here. I have turned off one mod that is, that I don't want to have for kind of immersion, because it was a bit of a problem in the episode 800. EEM. If I say this is new, completely undiscovered land, why should wheel traders immediately rock into here and so have some factions show up anyways? I'm okay with pirates, that's something I can deal with, but all the established factions from EEM, I wanted to get rid of them and not have them hang around here, kind of. This is my area to explore and find and all that stuff. I like it. We have now 3 more planets, 4 more moons. So you can see this planet has 2 moons. I have a bit of a problem because the original, I kind of chose planets that work. I wanted to try Paradise, that is a big system of a gas giant and some moons, some stuff around it. Problem is, the gas giant needs to be 1,000 kilometers, and let's say that way the normal spawn-in mechanics don't do that. And I'm not sure if I can open this game with SE Toolbox, and I don't know. I don't want to even try it, although I could make a backup and all that stuff. We have some, hopefully also, really different moons. There's one that should have atmosphere deep inside craters. Not sure if that works because it spawned in with a normal, with a new seed. Not sure if that works. This has a weird hue around the planet and around the moon, and this one is a fairly normal moon with just a bit of a different color, but it is relatively close to the planet. I might have slipped a bit so that it is relatively close to everything. The moons we will visit later. Let's say that way we haven't even visited the moons around. Oh, we don't have solar cells. That's bad. Didn't even visit the moons on our normal planets. So maybe... Okay, we don't have nickel. Okay, we can produce them. Good thing. Then we need some large steel tubes too. Okay. That should work out. And then we can anchor this. Later we will build up the usual docking collar so that we can have the ship docked up the right way here. But for now, we will just use a normal connector. Then I want to go down to the surface again. We will use the freight ship. I brought this one because it has a bit more power. And if I build, for example, rovers up here or something like that, I should be able to bring them down with this one. I will use the technique basically that I use on the server too. This time merge blocks, because I have to say that when it comes to bringing down things to the planet, merge blocks are a lot better than using the normal. Ah, come on. Okay, that is done. Ready to lock F. Now should be able to stay here for a while. Good. Okay, let us go down to the surface for another time. Yeah, I talked about that. That I was really surprised about the wind. That was not a thing I knew, that the planet has wind noises and all that stuff. I was really surprised by that. Good. Okay. Let us go down. I want to see the surface again. I like this mountain here. Maybe we should do something with that. And then we have the people that know Dune. We have the shield wall around it. There's no big worms. Sorry, that's something that we don't have yet. That would be great. Okay, let me go down. We'll be back with you in a second. With a crazy wind down here, I really had to put on my headphones. It was it was too loud for the microphone. I like it. Okay, this is the mountain, this single mountain that we saw. And maybe this is a good place to, at one point, start a base. Maybe a bit in the shadow here. That would be a nice thing. One thing we will have to establish down here is water. That's a plan. So one thing we don't have is ice, I believe, and to have hydrogen and all that stuff, we might have to take a look at the mod shop and see if there's technologies out there that allow us to build wind farms or something like that, or moisture farms. I'm not sure, but this looks crazy cool. It is maybe a bit too hilly for crazy rovers. But one thing, I don't know, one thing I want to see is if we have space. Yeah, how big we can go with the rovers. Because, for example, I'm not sure if the mining rig would fit here. On the other hand, I would like to test it. So, this is not a good place. So, this might be too steep for... But on the other hand, once we are in this thing here, then suddenly we have it relatively flat. Oh, I like it. Okay. This works out fine. This is kind of, yeah, this reminds me of Mars, and then we come back up and have the windswept dunes. I like it. I really like it. And again, we have this surrounding mountain range that kind of does a half circle around the other rock that is or the other mountain there. That is a good thing to have. Okay, nice. Yeah, we need... Don't know, I need to find... Whoa. There's different noises. There's different other noises. Oh! We have our answer. See that? It seems that assertive installations and ground occupation works. So we have something to look out for there. That's a good thing. And then... Okay, what do we... This is kind of the area where we first landed with the other ship. So... I'm not sure if there's any features, because again, it's a new spawn, so it's not a... I think it's not the planet... Or I'm not sure if it's the planet that was basically put onto the workshop. It could be that having a new seed makes it different. Would be interesting to see or hear. I'm not sure. Maybe someone played with it. This planet is called Dusty Planet something. I really like it. I had everything kind of planned around the planets. The last Dich episodes. Since I started to build Edgar, I wanted to do this for 800. So to enlarge in the world a bit, to not have the 3 planets as the only planets that we have here. So Edgar was always planned to discover this. I hope I don't spoil anything, but we kind of have to take a look behind the curtain here to it was nice to once do something very different to what I usually do. Okay, this is a mountain range we will not be able to cross, but if we can drive around it or maybe make a way through it, that could be interesting. Okay, let us go back to the ship and see. Okay, that's the asteroid base. That is the ship. I'm really not sure what I need down here right now. I maybe need... First we need to have, I think, a scout rover. So I will modify this ship a bit, and then we could see if we start for the next episodes a scout rover that we bring down with this ship. And then we can explore the area a bit on wheels. And once we have done that, we will establish a base somewhere in the mountain, I would say. We need shadow. We need a bit of shadow around us. It's too warm down there. Good. I will go back and then we modify the ship. Maybe do the groundwork for a scout rover or something like that. To transport anything to a planetary surface, I would now always use merge blocks because it makes so much more sense to just anchor it and have it basically be part of the ship than to just have it hang on the connector. Although again, I like the idea of the connectors, but kind of shoving around a subgrid is just not. It's just not a good thing. There is ships that can do that, and I could, don't know, make crazy adjustments there. But I think I will just go with with what I have there. I wanted to search for a merge block. I kind of lost myself in the stuff that I have new. There was another armored thruster mod out there I wanted to take a look at. I've downloaded that. I don't have any other block mods as far as I know. The main thing that I wanted to take a look at is let me take a look if I can see that. Ah, yeah, that's okay. We have a projector, maybe? No, sadly not. I've brought in a mod that makes it so that projectors can send data to assemblers, and then basically assemblers can produce everything the projector kind of says to produce, and that made sense to me. That's one of the things I might want to also bring to the server. So, one thing I wanted to say is don't think that Edgar, now that everything is done here, that Edgar is out of the way. Edgar will help us a lot more in the future, and as soon as we can as soon as we establish a connection back to the asteroid, Edgar will be available to us again. So don't fear that we will miss out on that. I need a suggestion, by the way. So one thing I want to have is a mod for a lot bigger wheels. I don't know if there is. I've found none. I heard that Ramethep was able to a friend of Ramethep 5, 6, 7, 9. A friend of Ramethep he's in contact with kind of is doing mod work for one of the pack the Tiamat servers use, and there is 7x7 wheels or something like that coming in. Ooh, I would be so interested in that. 7x7 wheels sounds amazing. To quench my thirst for big wheels, I kind of brought in a mod I want to test if that works out well. Okay, we are at 3x3. Yeah, that's all we need right now. 3x3, and we are right. No. We are on the right side. That's the right side. Let me see if that works. Build that up immediately. So a lot of the people I talk to, and I kind of talked about in episode 800, kind of we're really not, yes, kind of surprised that I was so, yeah, again, I needed to thank all the people that, and I'm pretty sure I forgot. I'm pretty sure I forgot people. There were so many people afterwards where I thought maybe, but you can't just thank everybody. But it was so necessary to say, yeah, a thank you to all the people that kind of help out. And yes. Okay, does that work? Is there... Can I turn that around? Yes. Okay, double up the wheels at least, so I can get my bigger wheels fixed. But they maybe could go in. Maybe I think I have to remove them anyways. See that I made the mistake to spread them apart too far. Okay, this, and now back with the suspension here. Ah, yes. Again, the next few days will be a bit slower. I have some important things to do in the next few days, so there's sadly not a lot of time to concentrate on doing videos, and I hope that this will be resolved after this week at least, and then we hopefully can go back into the normal grind with videos and all that stuff. I'm so eager to do more on the planets here. We need to again first establish a bit of groundwork, and then we kind of go in and develop something on and around this planet that we then can use to go to the other ones. I might want to have smaller exploratory ships, so not go out with the Empress or Big Blue or something like that to the other planets. I'm not sure if I even should establish bases there. I want to see how that all works out. But on this planet, I definitely want to do something. I'm open for suggestions. By the way, that's always appreciated. If someone has some good suggestions for this planet, what I could do with it, if there's anything you would like to see happen here, then let me know, and we can definitely talk about how this all might work out. Should I go with batteries? I could use some solar cells and then just have batteries on here. I want to have a survival kit, and then we will see what else we need. I want to take a look at one thing before we continue building this. That's something I completely forgot before I started this episode. We talked about that on the planet, that I need something like wind farms, water, there's not evaporators, how's it called? I'm not sure, but I know that there is something like that, and I would like to take a look if these kind of mods still work. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, we have the water vaporators, or so it's called. We have that now, so I'm not sure if we can stick one onto this thing, because I read something about the power requirements being relatively high. So let us see. Why is it not here? There. Moisture vaporators. That's. I searched for water. No. Okay. No. Okay, we cannot stick one onto this. Good. Okay, then we will have to establish a base down there. I'm still thinking about what to do with this planet. The problem that you always, and most of you know that, run is that the whole thing is when you play Space Engineers, the bases kind of don't change a lot. So a base is basically always the same. What I did with Mars and with the alien planet, set myself some not goals there, but some rules there, is yeah a thing that makes it possible for me to kind of think about something else while building, and having a bit of a challenge. And I'm not sure what to do on this planet with it. A challenge is always nice to have when you play Space Engineers. You have to always search your own adventure. It can be everything. Okay, I use only, I don't know, yeah, flying stuff. I only use rolling stuff. I only use hydrogen or something like that. We will have to see how that works out on this planet. This planet is, as far as, yeah, how to say that? It's a relatively easy challenge because we have atmosphere. That's always good to have on a planet. Otherwise, you would run into far scarier things. Okay, what do we need here? I have to take a bit of a look on yeah, at the clock, because I'm recording relatively late and I have some things to do today too, so we might have to cut that short a bit, and then
Energy low.
oh, okay, energy low, that's not good. And we might have to, yeah, cut it short a bit. Let me just we might have to cut it a bit short today. But again, I wanted to give you a bit of a recap of the last, not a recap of the last episode. I wanted to tell you how much I liked all the positive resonance to these to the last episode. Maybe we shouldn't go with a crazy cockpit. We will use this one, and then we need to take a look what we need to have. We wouldn't need any we don't need O2 generators. We don't need that. Power source, batteries, and maybe a bit of solar power. And I want to have a survival kit somewhere on there. Question is, how much space do I need for that survival kit? Okay, we could place that here, but then we are not able to get to it. Maybe that is okay. We could do something that the game does anyways with the pots, where we leave a bit of a cutout here so we can get to the port here. Medical components. Okay, we missed that. And maybe we should have an ore detector. Ore detector down here, so we can see if there's any resources. I'm not sure. I didn't read what resources we have on the planet. It could be that this planet kind of is one that has uranium. But if not, then we might want to think about alternatives. Wind turbines should always work. Solars would be the most immersive thing there. But I have no clue how much these moisture things use up. Doesn't. Fair amount of power to function. Okay, then we need to test them out. An antenna. Some weapons. Not sure. Maybe a turret somewhere, but we will see. This could be a bit. Now it's maybe not back heavy, but let us see if we can produce the medical Oh. Why are we running? Okay, the laser antenna again. Laser antennas are the bane of my existence. I really like them, but the problem is that they use up so much energy, and you always have to turn them off because they try to establish contact to something that is so far away that they let us see. It cannot connect because the other side is off, but it will try to, and it then uses so much energy. I think the last time I saw it, it was 11 gigawatts of power just for the 20,000 kilometers, and that's power we don't have easily available. Let's say it that way. Good. Okay, let us produce some medical components if we can. Just a few. Okay, that should be enough. And then I will build a bit of a structure around this thing to give it a bit of an outer shell. And then we bring that down to the surface. So this is... Oh, I need to change that before I land. This is not good. Let us bring that up a bit, so that we still can land the ship if necessary. I thought the landing gears would be deeper in the structure, or higher, not higher in the structure, protrude deeper. I'm not sure if that's the right word. Good. This episode might be again a bit, it's a bit random because I'm not as prepared as I would normally like. As if I'm always prepared like crazy. And then close that this way. And we have a bit of space to put some other things around it. We might not have enough space for something like a big gun. We don't need one. I don't want to immediately build vehicles that go down there and shoot everything that's in their way. Okay, now there we might have some space for some storage, and we don't have a good connection to the front, so maybe we remove this battery. No, I know that's waste. A waste of my materials, but then I can put a storage container there, and then we should have at least a bit of storage to maybe establish a base there. I don't know. Maybe I find a better place to have a base down there. The mountain is the first thing that I kind of noticed, and I really like the structure down there, but don't know, maybe we find something cooler. On the other hand, we could have multiple bases. I'm I kind of reduce myself always to, okay, I need one base. On the other hand, maybe we can have a few. Oh, we could build one of the sieges from Dune down there. It's so sad that we don't have liquid water, because then we could have a cave filled up with water. That there's one scene in the 1986, I think, Dune movie where they are in a big cave that is filled with water, and you just see the black surface of the water with a droplet falling into it. It's just a great scene. That would be amazing to have. Okay. We might later build some trailers or so, but this one will not have that. Okay, I'm running really late, people. I will finish this, and in the next episode we bring that down, go a bit on a tour with it to see how it behaves, and if we can find anything interesting there. Take a look at all the ores we might have around. I'm not sure. Again, it could be that we have uranium down there. I'm absolutely not sure if that's the case. Okay, now solar. I will use some solar panels here to not run out of energy. This, and then this. Well, in case this will, I will try to keep this open so we can get to it, and maybe also the container. Big opening here. Not sure what to put there, but it should be good. Okay, we have fully depleted, and oh, okay, we don't produce enough. We turn off these two things. Still. Oh, okay, the survival kit is something that takes a lot of... Not a lot of power, it's not so much, but this one... They use... Okay, we need some more solar power then. That will happen. Good, people. But I think that's all for today. Again, sorry for the bit randomy episode after, but again, at the moment I'm stuck in a few other things that I need to kind of deal with before, and then we hopefully can go back to normal schedules and all that stuff. We'll have to see how that works out. Good people, thanks for watching, I would say. Hope you liked the episode anyways, and I hope to see you in the next one, I would say. Thanks for watching. See ya, guys.